Minister of Forestry and Parks introduced the Wildlife Management Responder Network that provides opportunities for members of the public to hunt a grizzly bear that's been engaged in conflict. The program has now been used 4 times, and recently a grizzly bear was killed. While the program has been flawed from the start and will not work to reduce conflict, it's also an ineffective spending of tax dollars, and it's only worked 25% of the time. To the Minister of Forestry and Parks, how much money is being wasted annually on this utterly useless, ineffective program?
Minister of Forestry and Parks.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks for the question. Appreciate the member opposite paying some attention to the grizzly bear program that we have in Alberta. The fact is, it doesn't cost us anything. In fact, it actually saves officers time and energy so they can focus on catching poachers instead of dealing with problem wildlife. We have Albertans that are willing to do this job, and why would we not take advantage of that opportunity? What this does show is the NDP were wrong about the Wildlife Responder Program right from the start, and we were right. It will not cause the destruction of the population of grizzlies. It is just used when necessary.
Well, given some capacity is allocated towards the program, Mr. Speaker, and so therefore it does cost taxpayer dollars. And given that the science clearly shows killing grizzly bears does not reduce human-bear conflict, given that the minister repeatedly claims the program is effective, grizzly bear populations and densities are growing, and that conflicts are increasing, yet there is absolutely no data to support any of that. Given there has also been no public consultation to measure Albertan support for this ridiculous program, can the minister enlighten us on how he has gauged public support or how he knows grizzly bear populations are increasing?
Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Appreciate the question again. But, Mr. Speaker, in mid-June, a grizzly bear responder was authorized to remove a grizzly bear near Twin Butte as part of the Wildlife Management Responder Network. This followed an investigation by Fish and Wildlife Enforcement Services, which confirmed a grizzly was responsible for the deaths of multiple livestock. Mr. Speaker, we have more and more incidences of grizzly bears taking livestock. We have more and more incidences. We had somebody mauled this year. We just had a person in British Columbia that was killed by a grizzly bear. We have multiple attacks that have happened in this province this year.
Banff-Kananaskis.
Given, Mr. Speaker, the fear-mongering coming from this minister about an army of grizzly bears coming to get us is completely unfounded. The Grizzly Bear Recovery Plan speaks to the need to prioritize education to reduce grizzly bear conflict and property damage. And given that the government has chosen to cut and undermine grizzly bear-related education programs, given that the handful of Bear Smart programs in Alberta have yet to receive their 2025 funding because the minister has not signed off on it, can the minister admit that he'd rather waste tax dollars killing grizzly bears than spending that money wisely to help Albertans coexist?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that's completely untrue. We've actually increased the spending on those programs, and the money goes out when the money goes out within government spending. That's just standard procedure there, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, the member opposite knows the problems that rural Alberta is having with grizzly bears. We hear it all the time. I want her to actually go to some of these communities and talk to the people that are losing livestock, people that won't allow their children to walk to the bus stop and without driving them down there because they're worried about grizzly bears interfering. Mr. Speaker, this member is not in touch with rural Albertans.